Gang, when we think about what's going on back and forth between our access point and our clients, there's a fair amount of communication that occurs that has some different flavors, all right? These different flavors called the management frames versus the control frames versus the data frames. What we're saying is sometimes the messages that are going back and forth between various different devices in this shared space are there not for the purpose of carrying data. They're there to allow you to get to the point where you can carry data. Beaconing, probe requests, authentication and association and reassociation requests, de-authentication. All of these are basically ways to get on a network because everything has to line up just right between the client and the access point or it's a no-go. So we need to manage the ability to build up or break down the connection, the association between a client and the access point. Then we have what are called control plane pieces of data. These frames are not involved in the setup, but these are a part of the ongoing process of communication. Things like clear to send or request to send messages, or the acknowledgement that happens in response to a particular frame being received so that we can move forward. The PS poll is another one. What we're trying to get to is the data frame. That's the good stuff. That's the DNS request. That's the HTTPS request. That's whatever protocol you're using over the wireless network. It's all getting wrapped up in data frames. So we're going to use these different frame types constantly. Typically, we're going to see a whole lot of management frames during the initial configuration, right? When I first get connected to a client. Then throughout the process of using the access point, we'll have a lot of data frames and control frames that are kind of keeping the system up and running.